And guys, welcome back after a short technical difficulty. But yeah, stay with us, stay tuned for the KSI fight, which should be up in half hour?
Yeah, about 9:30.
Yeah, happy days. How do you see it going?
I'm going KSI. I just think Fournier's been out of the ring a bit too long. You know, he's 40 years old.
Yeah.
I think
I
think this is a big paycheck for him. I mean, not that he needs the money. He's minted already, but you know, it is a big paycheck. So he's coming in the ring. He's wanting to. Is it Jake Paul or Logan Paul after this, or one of the Paul brothers?
Yeah, I think there always talks of it, isn't there? But I think he wants to. I think he said he wants to get a couple more fights under his belt, and go for the Fury fight, didn't he?
For the Tommy Fury fight.
Yeah, not for anyone other one, please.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Does he need this as a payday though, or is he trying to make a little bit of a comeback? The bloke's worth over £100 million.
Who's this, right?
Fournier.
What? Because of business?
Business, yeah.
Oh, businessman extraordinaire, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he's just doing it for the crack.
Yeah. KSI net worth about 20 million, I believe it is.
I thought I said it was more than that.
Especially
with Prime, surely. I reckon in the last 12 months he's made more than he has in his entire career put together. He's big in business world at the moment, isn't he?
He is. The Prime thing, I think your local corner shop selling it £5 a bottle and making more than
Wakey Wines, yeah.
Wakey Wines.
He's joking. I've just seen these random videos of these guys like, oh, that shop makes me like worried for people. It generally does.
KSI is annoyed about these people.
Oh, really? What,
yeah.
the price is the extortionate price they're selling at? Yeah.
And it's a shop around the corner from us. I mean, you've got Asda selling it £2 a bottle. And you've got a shop next door, or a couple of doors down from it, selling it at $5.49 a bottle. And you're just like, what's going on here? The bloke's selling the stuff. He's selling these bottles daily at £5 a bottle. Yeah, KSI's net worth is 20 million. So the Prime, has it started paying off yet? I'm not entirely sure.
What do you mean?
Has he started to really?
Oh, come on, yeah.
Because
now more than ever, for sure.
Yeah, but he's not getting the full £2 a bottle. You know, that's Asda retail.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. But people, it's selling out though, more than like
it's selling. The issue is they just can't restock the shelves quick enough with it.
Yeah,
I think if they could, it'd probably be better for him.
Mm-hmm. Do stay with us for the main event in about 20 minutes' time. We've got a Salt Pappy undercard on at the moment. And yeah, we should be going to the main event for about 9:30 British time.
So, Misfits Boxing.
Jake Paul, Nate Diaz. That's one we can talk about.
Jake Paul, Nate Diaz.
Do you know what? It's one of those where Nate Diaz is notoriously a very good groundwork wrestler.
Yeah.
And
Jake Paul's got a lot of power on his feet.
He's mostly 10 years younger than him as well.
Yeah. But Nate Diaz is something else, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think...
He's only beat Anderson Silva, doesn't he? Anderson was like the greatest UFC fighter of all time. John Jones, maybe? I don't know.
It's one of that. I don't know. I watched some highlights here and
there. Yeah. I watched the big fights. I watched those Ronda Rousey fights when Connor's in town, but that's about it, really.
Yeah, nothing. I'm not an avid UFC watcher.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm going to say. I certainly watch. Or I actually.
Oh no, we are definitely blood about boxing and not anything attributed to the UFC. We are having issues with the fight this evening so far. Luckily, the live card is not on for another 20 minutes or so. So, do stay with us. And we'll bring the fight round for round. The Jake Paul part we just spoke about then.
Yeah.
Jake Paul's going to win that because he's got time on his side and he's got a boxing ability and he's got boxing skill on his side. But he's going to run through these UFC legends, these champions, and he's going to make a mockery of Dana White's sport.
And I think Dana White will eventually put a stop to it.
How? Contracted out of it now. You know, they don't make enough money in the UFC notoriously, so they have to come across to do these hybrid fights. They really do.
This is the issue. Once, you know, if he beats Nate Diaz and then continues to dismantle UFC legends, does he then go and fight for a UFC belt? Which you then have to say the bloke from Disney who started on Disney Channel.
He would have a chance. We would have a chance, man.
When you watch it, when you look at some of these people, the early careers on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
You look back, you'd have never thought of Zac Efron in the ring, would you?
Zac Efron's fought. Or you just use it at home?
No, you wouldn't.
Oh, right.
You wouldn't
No.
You know, none of these Disney stars, but then the Paul brothers, wow,
they're doing the business. Yeah, they are. Yeah. I mean, they're not bad. I mean, they got that. They've had that wrestling pedigree underneath them, I suppose, isn't it? Potentially, they have a better chance at the UFC than they would in boxing because of that. You know, I think they're like state champions, weren't they, wrestling?
Yeah,
something like that. I don't really know.
Yeah, they'd probably have a better chance because in UFC, the structure allows for the best to fight the best. To be the best, you've got to fight your way up.
So what's going on with this Soul Pappy undercard? Is it kicking off next to the ring? I don't know why they're not showing it. It's just zooming out. But no, I believe it's just hype around the crowd. Sorry, mate, come on.
He's come in dressed as the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, he's in some clip here, isn't he? He's in some absolute clip here.
Who's this guy?
Taylor Pappy. You know, we went to the break, we come back, and we're at the end of the Pappy fight. And that is the last fight and before the main event, which is the KSI fight, which we are here for.
Yeah. Going back to a bit of boxing, you know, we've got 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Joyce Zhang.
Yeah.
Rematch. Potentially in China.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, Zhang beat him. He's now, you know, why does Zhang have to dance to Joe Joyce? Joe Joyce has to dance to Zhang. And
big Chinese fella.
Yeah.
Huge.
There isn't really, do we go anywhere really that far east for fighting?
No, it never happens.
You know, this is going to be a big fight in China. And, you know, we'll see a lot of upcoming Chinese fighters. Is he going to start putting China on the map a little bit as a boxing nation?
Mm-hmm.
Granted, they're not the biggest people in the world. So
there's going to be
a lot of lightweight, flyweight boxers coming through from China. But
the Japanese pedigree as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they're looking good, man.
That far east, going over there, and I'm sure that they'll have a stadium of absolute magnitude that they could fill for that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And they love it. Yes. They love sport over there, and they love nationalism. And always, they generally do. Just look at the Olympics. They love it, don't they? I mean, it's the most expensive sport event of all time, I believe. Was that 2008 Beijing Olympics?
Yeah.
The most expensive sport event of all time.
That'd be a big fight over there.
Should be as well. It generally should be.
Do you give Joe Joyce much of a chance?
With 2 seconds.
So, anyone who is on, has anyone got any thoughts on the Joe Joyce Zhang rematch and that potentially happening in China? A couple of other fights. A Smith fight, Liam Smith, his rematch with Chris Eubank Jr. Again, another Sky box office fight. Does every fight need to be a box office fight? That's a big thing at the minute. Especially, you know, we're talking the current financial state, you know, and every fight, box office fight, Is Liam Smith, Chris Eubank Jr. a box office fight? Joe Joyce, is that a box office fight? You know, if we were saying Usyk Fury, is that a box office fight? 100% that's a box office fight. But we can't say every fight. Would someone pay £20 to watch Buatsi? I don't know. You know, depending on the undercard, maybe. But again, are they box office fights? That's
Sorry, leave me there, mate. Yeah, go on.
So, just views on box office.
Oh, do you know? I spoke this today. The Logan Paul Mayweather fight, 1 million pay-per-view buys, 1 million. That's one of the most successful fights in boxing history.
Yeah, but
Was it a 4-round exhibition fight?
We're talking Floyd Mayweather. Yeah,
in his 40s,
and you're talking
million buys.
You're talking about a YouTuber with millions of subscribers. So
who's watching that though? Who's buying that? Who's watching that?
There's
1 million people supposedly,
yeah.
Especially in a world now where there's more streaming services and there's more dodgy numbers out there than ever.
Yeah. Well,
who's spending £20? I don't know, probably more in America. Who's spending that on Logan Paul Mayweather exhibition?
We're talking another fight that's due to Liam Smith, Chris Eubank Jr. Another box office fight.
Oh gosh, no. So the biggest, technically the largest non-title pay-per-view fight in the last 30 years was the Garcia Tank fight, which was a good fight. There was great hype around it as well.
Yeah.
It was the largest pay-per-view fight since Mike Tyson came out of prison and fought Peter McNeely. That's the largest pay-per-view fight, non-title fight since then. They're taking numbers. They're taking liberties is what they're taking, not just numbers.
Yeah.
It's just an absolute fortune. Like 20, I know in America they get absolutely ripped off with their pay-per-views as well.
Oh, some of them they're paying 35, 40, and it's state
I think it was like $99. Sorry, I think it was like $99 for the Mayweather Pacquiao fight in certain states.
It is state by state, and they can charge what they want.
Yeah.
And local sports bars and everything they're paying
through the nose for it. Yeah.
Because they're on their business streaming services and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's brutal how much some of these people are paying for a.
But luckily for you guys tonight, you haven't got to buy the fight. We have purchased it, and we'll be bringing you the fight round for round and punch for punch. I personally see KSI doing a number in the early one. Oh, hello, mate. Hello.
I think with Fournier's pedigree, he was a bit of a knockout specialist. We say that.
You know more about him than I do. Yeah.
He was a big puncher in his day.
He's 40 now, man.
He's 40. He's going to have lost it.
He hasn't 40 in 6 years, probably. You know what I mean?
He knows he's only got 6 rounds. He's not got 12 rounds to do.
Yeah.
He only needs to do 6 rounds.
How do you want to see it go? We know how we see it go, but how do you want to see it go?
I don't know. I'm very much on the fence on this one.
Yeah.
I'm a bit.
I'm not an anti-hero. I want to see KSI win, and I want to see him go on to have more fights and things. I don't see Fournier win because I don't know the guy that well. No, he's at the end of it.
I think if he wins, is it going to do anything for him? Not really.
No.
It's going to do nothing. He'll get a couple more YouTubers to fight.
This is just a good name to come back. And yeah.
If KSI wins, I think this personally is a step up for KSI.
We've got a hello for Boo here. Yeah, he's there. Hey, joining us for the fight. Hello. It's not just commentators, We've got Pooch as well. Laura, how do you see the fight going this evening?
Yeah, so I think KSI goes on to win. I think he then needs to start stepping up if he wants to be serious about boxing.
Yeah.
And if they're wanting to make YouTube boxers actually taken more serious, then again, a lot of the real professionals, aren't wanting to fight these YouTubers. Some of them are saying, I'll come and fight you and I'll knock you out, and that's it, plain and simple. But are they going to start calling Carl Frock out, George Groves out? These type of people.
These guys who have recently retired and they were very, very good at their level. Yeah. Super middleweight guys. Yeah.
Is that where they're going to start going, or are they going to go for these guys who are up and coming? The 15 fight guys.
Yeah, making waves on Instagram, not really making waves in the ring as such.
Yeah.
All those big names who are looking for the payday.
It will give some of them more the unlikable type of boxer, the one who's not getting the bigger fights, the one who's not getting his name out there.
Yeah.
But who's got a decent enough record. There is them type of fights that KSI could be calling for. Because it's not really gonna fights now. It's just gonna make the name bigger. People start seeing them, and it gives them a little bit of a boost. As long as they go and do the business. But then is KSI or any of these YouTube fighters wanting to fight them people, knowing that if they go up against a good prime boxer or coming into their prime boxer,
you don't want that smoke. And I don't think promoters want that either, though.
No, this is
as good as it is to chat about the YouTubers, and the up and coming fighters. I don't think promoters want to put their young pedigree in with big names on YouTube, because it's a lot of smoke they don't need. There's levels to it, and they don't want to be thrown in with someone who is, they don't know a lot about.
And I think we've seen that with the Fury Hall fight, the fact that it became a circus.
Oh,
it was on and off 2 years, was it? And it was called off and on and
on. I think at one point I thought they were already fought.
I thought they'd fought. I think they were on the 9th, 10th fight, weren't they? But they might have gone on.
Aye, Mark. Right, boys. Yeah, we've got some lads in the chat. Laura, happy days, KSI on points. Yeah, was it 6 rounder tonight?
6 rounder.
Yeah, I think
nice and quick.
Joe's got it in him to go 6 rounds. KSI
is to go 6 rounds.
Pedigree, go 10 rounds. He go 12 rounds. Yeah,
he's stacked, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's in great shape. When you're a full-time YouTuber, multi-millionaire, you can afford to get the best trainer. And no joke with it. You can afford to get the best trainer and be in the gym all day, not have to worry about finances, not to worry about promotions. Because he'll do that all themselves.
I think this is where money really does talk, because a lot of promoters don't want their fighters going against these YouTubers.
Yeah.
But the boxing trainers are going to the highest bidder.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, the boxers want to go on with them. Happy days. You get, who's UFC star we just chatted about a minute ago?
Nate Diaz.
You get Nate Diaz. He'll earn more money from that Logan Paul fight in one night than he will in his entire UFC career. And that's reality. And he was a world champion at, a prestigious world championship, belt. 2 fights with McGregor. But he'll get more from that.
I think with UFC, it's a very small market. It is growing. It is growing and growing and growing.
But this hybrid crossover business.
But as in a sport itself, it is growing. It's getting bigger and bigger.
Fantastic. For the growth. Yeah.
But so it is growing, and maybe in 10 years' time, we'll be seeing the money that maybe some of these fights are getting. But at the minute, them fighters aren't earning that amount, unless you're Conor McGregor.
Oh, that's true. That's so true.
Because he sold every fight. He sold everything. He was the face of UFC.
Still is.
When was his last fight?
A couple of years ago when he broke his leg against, was it Fournier?
Yeah.
This guy. The Southern guy. Yeah. He's had 3 fights against him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's still selling tickets, and did he turn up at that bare knuckle fight the other day? I'm not too sure too much about it. Just got in the ring.
I've seen someone on Instagram.
He should not be fighting the obvious shape he's in now. If you know what I mean, he should not be fighting now with whatever he's been on recently. We ain't got to start calling people out, but it's quite the obvious. Do you know what I mean? And he's in good shape for it, but he shouldn't be going into any contact sport with that. We've got KSI's brother just chatting now. He is ringside this evening. Is he ringside? No, he'll probably be backstage with him tonight, won't he?
Yeah.
Boys are enough these. It's like a soap, isn't it? You know what I mean? In the YouTube boxing world sometimes.
Yeah.
We'll be bringing you live card. They should be in about half hour. Yeah. Happy days, boys. Just get chatting in the comments, mate. How are we seeing it going? Nate Diaz needs a slap. Nate Diaz does what he wants, so he does what a man wants. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's reality. If he wants to come out of retirement for the UFC and earn money in boxing, then he'll do it, and fair play to him.
Is it going to be a boxing? I thought it was going in the
What?
in the octagon. It's still talking at the minute.
That's exciting,
Is
isn't
Nate
it?
Diaz a boxer? Is he gonna?
No, his stand-up game notoriously wasn't that good. That's
No, he was a grappler on
he
the
fight
floor.
2 or 3 times with McGregor. I don't know. I actually have no idea. Right, yeah, we've got some chat in the chat. Happy days. We've got the live card coming for you probably in the ring walk in the next 5 minutes. Happy with that. I personally see it going. I don't want to see it go 6 rounds because this is our second live stream. I want some business in there. He want to see an actual fight, please. And that's reality,
I want to see hands down by the side and just throw in big ones.
I want to see bombs. I want to see hand to hands. You know what I mean? I want to see Ward Gay. You know what I mean? I don't know if we're going to get that from KSI tonight. No. Probably not. But
I think KSI will be. I don't know. Have you seen any of his stuff?
Nick and Nate, great stand-up game. Do you know what, mate? You know more than me about the old UFC. I thought they were ground boys.
I thought they were ground boys.
Only, to be honest, I've probably seen about 4 or 5 of Nate's fights.
All I ever remember is he's on the floor, on his back, with his legs wrapped around some bloke's neck, doing some mental stuff. And
smoking probably what you shouldn't be smoking after the fight. Yeah. We are still waiting on the ring walk. The undercard is done. Next fight will be the KSI fight. Do stay in tune with us tonight for Below the Belt Boxing's live stream. The second one tonight. If you are just joining us, my name is Carl Brooks, and we'll be bringing you all 6 rounds of the fight and a little bit of boxing chat either side of it. My co-host tonight is
Charlie Wainwright.
Thanks for that, Charlie.
I've got a dog sat on my knee.
Yeah, hello. He's just joining us in the stream. Not a drama. So tonight we've got KSI Fournier fighting. KSI, where's KSI from?
He's they're both from the same town, aren't they?
Fournier's from Hounslow, same town as me. I don't know where KSI's from though.
He's that area. I'm sure he's that.
Yeah.
He's
southern, isn't he?
Watford, isn't he? Troy Deeney area.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he's like from North London. He's from West London.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But you're a northerner, so that's just like
London.
Yeah, I get it.
Anything north of Birmingham to you think's all the same place. I think everywhere around London's the same place.
Yeah, fair one. Yeah, fair one.
Yeah, this east, west, north, south, London. It's not that far apart.
No, it's around the M25, mate. Yeah.
It's one.
You want to walk it though, would you?
No.
It's not like walking from.
No,
you want to walk it.
You jump on the tube. You do one side to the other in 15 minutes.
Who's this? Big John. Up next, Big John. That bash. I mean, let's not get on the Big John chat again.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Stop
let's not.
It.
Let's not. He. I think he's fighting this weekend though, isn't he? Tom Skinner.
Is he?
Is he fighting this weekend or is it next week? TK, give us a shout. When is Tom Skinner fighting the Bosch King, Bosch Beds?
Bosch Beds.
And who's his boy? Brentford lad, who is a genuine fighter in the heavyweight category. What's his name?
We've spoken about him.
Oh, we've done the rounds with these boys. But they're good to chat about, aren't they? Guys, we're just chatting boxing, we're just chatting YouTube, we're just doing the rounds. Before the live event, we'll be streaming a live event with you guys tonight. We'll be streaming a live event with you guys tonight. Every round, all 6 of them. Not many to go on tonight. So let's hope for some big punches in the way. I see KSI coming in with it. KSI's in good shape. He's training with some good fighter. He's training with some good trainers.
Yeah.
And he's coming in for the knockout for sure.
Oh, is this? Oh,
boys,
no.
we have another undercard. My apologies. We've got another undercard. We've got KSI's brother, Deji, on the undercard, fighting
Swarms.
Not too much I know about Swarms, but Deji, you know, his last fight was a Mayweather fight. Oh, come on, how many people can say they've done that? About 50 pros and about 5 exhibitions. That's who they're saying. He gave Mayweather a black eye, though, didn't
he? 47-year-old Mayweather.
Yeah.
37-year-old Mayweather, he wouldn't have got close.
Oh, no. He would have fought with his hands down and won him round. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He'd have just dodged everything, wouldn't
he? Yeah.
You know, you can't bring people that old into fights and then claim anything off the back of it. Oh, I give Mayweather a black eye. I could give Mayweather a black eye by walking in and seeing him at the restaurant and punching him in the face. It doesn't mean nothing. Yeah. The bloke's 47.
How long can you do it for before it becomes unattainable that, you can't do that at that level?
Right. The issue is with boxing, you need to be able to wake up every day, knowing who you're going to spar, knowing that you are not picking some idiot to spar. So your team are picking good enough people to put you, to go through the rounds with you, to give it back. So you got to think, right, my 12-week boxing training camp, my diet, I'm going to be eating whatever. Probably I'm going to be up at 4. I'm going to be doing a session. I'm going to be doing this. And then I'm going to be in an ice bath. And then I'm going to do this. And then I'm going sparring for 20 rounds. And I'm going to get punched in the face. How long do you want to go on getting punched in the face every day?
Yeah.
As your job? It's not that enjoyable. So that's when boxers get to the point of going, do I want to be punched in the face anymore? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think maybe that's where certain fighters are now. With Over the Hill. What age do you reckon you cut off at? That was the question though. What age do you reckon you don't want it anymore? Is it an age or is it a mental?
I think it's the same with most sports. I think it's that between 35 and 38-ish, your body starts slowing down. You lose the speed. You probably start to lose the desire.
At the higher weights, at the lower weights, surely.
You find with the lower weights, they start to step up, don't they? They always tend to step up towards the end, and with
age comes weight. Yeah,
you see free weight champions and stuff like that.
At flyweight
and they're probably at 34, 35 when they win in that third weight title. So it's about that age where you're no longer in your prime. It starts to hurt getting up in the morning and things like that. So again, in most sports, footballers are that age, rugby players are that age. So we're not talking about darts players and snooker players here. We're talking
sports, mate. We're not talking pub sports.
Yeah, we're talking about people who are...
This is combat sport. Yeah.
Athletes who...
It's not just technical. It is the physical as well, isn't it? Yeah. I know what you mean. We've got Roy Jones, loves getting punched in the face. Roy Jones boxed on too long. I reckon, for me, if Roy Jones stopped at 48-0 or there or thereabouts he was before the disqualification, he would have been regarded as the greatest boxer of all time. Middleweight to heavyweight. World champion at all the divisions in between. Cheers, Keegan. Thank you very much. I think the thing is, he number one pound for pound boxing troll said. Obviously he's just saying, he loves getting punched in the face. He's boxed on too long. Really did. Oh, it was horrible. I don't know about you, but it was horrible to watch him go in at the later weights and the later stages of his career
and just know he's getting beat.
Oh, do you know what? I reckon it was very similar to watch Ali go in with was it the Fraser third fight?
Yeah.
And he knew, that the early signs of Parkinson's was already there and the CTE was already done. And his movement was so off and it was just horrible. It was horrible.
We've just seen it all recently. There's quite a few boxers that have recently retired. Quite high-profile British fighters. You're talking Kell Brook, Amir Khan. And, they knew they was at the end of their time. And there was that one fight in the British Eye that everyone wanted to see in that weight division. It was them too. They finally give it us. And Kell Brook was probably done after the GGG fight. He was never the same.
His cheekbones, yeah. And then he went, no, because he went with Terence Crawford after that, didn't he?
Yeah, but
he had the same injury though, didn't he?
He was never the same fighter.
Oh, no. Guys, if you are joining us tonight, there's more coming in. The closer the main card. The main card was meant to be at 9:30 this evening, but it's been pushed back. Just later fights and a larger card. We've still got one more undercard. It's going to be KSI's brother on with the undercard, and then we're going to go to the main event. We're going to call the main event round for round for what it is.
I'll go KSI fourth round.
Yeah, I like that. I like people call it. And call it now.
I mean, I never get these right. I never get them right.
What we saying, boys? In the chat now, what we saying? So I reckon. So you're going KSI fourth round?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see it early.
You want to see a 1 round knockout?
Yeah, come on.
Big combination.
I want to see KSI second round, and I want to see Joe struggling to get on his £100 million fortune.
What I don't want to see is the first round. A lot of feeling each other.
A lot of testing. Yeah.
I'll throw a jab out and ooh.
Yeah, we want to see it.
No, go in, lay it on him, give him a big one straight away. Yeah, I'm the daddy in here.
The thing is, they know the world's watching, and they know not proper boxing fans are watching as well. I'm not saying we're not proper boxing fans.
No, there's a lot of YouTube fans watching.
There's a lot of non-boxing fans watching as well, so they want to go in and they want to look the part, and they want to have the knockout, they want to throw big punches. They don't want to be technical. Yeah.
If they want these YouTube boxing fans to continue to pay for these, because if they're not putting on a show, people aren't going to start paying. They're going to go, "What is crap?"
Well, that's what the AJ fight was. £20 for that AJ fight.
So you think KSI,
12 rounds are nothing, is what it was. £1.50 a round, and I want every single penny back, Eddie Hearn. Thank you very much.
They need to put on a show, because they're not going to keep selling. They're not going to keep getting the box office and all the rest of it. They will be live broadcasting it on YouTube. You know, if they don't start putting on the shows and actually getting the fans to then go, actually, I like boxing. Boxing's good.
Yeah, it's a great sport, isn't it? And you do want to watch it. Joe's paid to lose. KSI, no chance of losing to him tonight.
I don't think you're paying Joe to lose. Joe's worth 5 times the amount of money as KSI, so this is...
Oh, what a shout, Charles. Yeah.
You know, he's worth a lot more money, so it's not the money for Joe.
He's a businessman, though. Businessmen are about money. That's reality.
How much money can KSI pay someone to throw a fight?
Number one pound-for-pound boxing trial. What do you reckon of that? If you can't pay a man off because he's already too rich, he's worth £100 million.
£100 million is worth.
Do you reckon his money's in like Dominican Republic, because that's where he was fighting him? He's already got huge ties with him as well. I don't know his background massively.
There's hotels, and stuff like that.
He's a nightclub owner as well, isn't it?
Nightclub owner,
London nightclub owner.
Yeah. So
there's dodgy jails.
There's lots of business
to be made.
And when they say £100 million,
yeah,
as net worth, that's everything tied up in assets. What's he got in the bank and all the rest of it. We don't know that, but
we're here for a show, don't we? We're here for a show.
We're here for a
show. A fight.
I hope he does put up a fight. I hope he
does. Last boys, if you were here for the last stream, it was so poor. I mean, the commentary was great.
The commentary was
but the fight was poor. We are one fight away from the main card, which is the KSI fight. KSI's brother is fighting currently on the undercard in the first round.
He's fighting at Swans.
Yeah.
You know Swans? Does anyone know Swans?
Come on! If you're a boxing fan, you know you ain't following this Maloney. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Say the word. I don't know. You ain't following this Malark. But he did have that exhibition with Mayweather.
That you did, yeah.
No one cared.
No one
even knew. Who was he said to me? Mayweather fought last night in an exhibition, and I was just like,
he fought the other week against a lad who was on Geordie Shore. And
what?
Yeah, a lad who was from Geordie Shore, and the fight came around.
Did he?
Yeah. So
Mayweather. That's news to me.
So this was not long ago, about 6 weeks ago.
What?
Yeah, Mayweather's last. I'll get you his name now.
I've just finished a video on Mayweather talking about his recent career and could he come back as a world champion. No would be the answer on that, especially in the welterweight division. I went for his entire career for all of his fights and his exhibitions as well. I even spoke about the Logan Paul fight. But no, I didn't see it.
Mayweather.
That's random.
Aaron Chalmers, he's called, right? And he's from Geordie Shore, this lad.
Yeah.
He's pretty stacked.
He's gonna be, yeah.
They're all, aren't they? Yeah. So the fight came around.
Of that wine, yeah.
So Floyd Mayweather was supposed to have an exhibition fight in the UK, and I can't remember who it was against. And the fighter backed out, got injured. And Aaron is a influencer wanting to get into the box and everything else. Yeah. He's had 2 or 3 fights. He went out to America a couple of years ago and hired some of Floyd Mayweather's security team while he was out there. Came back over. He's reading the news one morning, sees that this fight. So he sends a message to the security guy from Mayweather I'll fight you. I'll fight him. Same place, same time, all the rest of it. I'll fight him. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
And he went, I'll call. He sent a couple of messages back. He's like, I'll call you in half an hour. He's like, fight's on. He got off the phone. He's like, I'm fighting Floyd Mayweather.
Imagine it.
You know, this bloke, he's been on Geordie Shore, and other than that, he's not really done else. And now he's fighting one of
the greatest of our generation, for sure.
Yeah.
He's got to be called that, isn't he? I mean, I know there's a lot of haters out there, but is he the greatest of our generation?
You've got, with that record, you've got to say yes. How many times did he put Pacquiao in his place?
Oh, over those 12 rounds?
Yeah.
He put about 12 rounds of it.
Yeah. Ruined him.
Oh my God, that fight was so hyped. It was so poor as well. I think I was so steaming for the fight. I didn't remember it. I don't think I've ever even watched the highlights since either.
No, because it wasn't great.
Oh, no. But the thing is,
I don't think I've ever watched a Mayweather fight where I've gone, that was a good fight.
Ricky Hatton, that was 2007.
Yeah, because Ricky Hatton was fighting.
Yeah. But it was,
other than that, Mayweather
you
must on a show.
You must remember that fight because you were a big Ricky fan back in the day.
But actually, Floyd Mayweather putting on a show. He was very defensive. He was very good at what he did.
Yeah.
He defended, he jab away, and he'd do all that stuff. He was technically so good.
Oh, yeah.
But was he memorable?
Yeah. His early fights. Oh, man. He was untouchable. People love to hate him, though.
He was untouchable.
People absolutely love to hate Floyd.
But was he...
I'm quite good at detaching myself from the mindset of a hater or like a fan and just see it at absolute bias level and go, I do this with Anthony Joshua, I do this with Chris Eubank Jr., I do this with Floyd Mayweather, and I just see it as solely a boxing perspective. And I step back and I go, you're very, very good. I
was probably one of them that actually wanted to see Mayweather get knocked down because he had too much. Far too much arrogance out the ring.
Do you know what?
This whole money Mayweather and all the rest of it. Mm-hmm. It was just a bit too much of a. He was making himself more of a circus. He had more security than the royal family did at one stage, and it was like, "Do you need this much security? Are you that? No one hates you that much.
Yeah.
You need that much security.
It's so true.
So I think he just made it more of a circus, and everything was about him, and that's what I think a lot of people. Whereas if it weren't that, and he was just there for the boxing, like your Joe Calzaghe, he just went about it nice and quiet, did his business, went away, trained, came back, did the business in the ring, put on a show every time, come out and walk away.
Yeah, it's obviously though. Joe made money in boxing, but he made nowhere near the amount.
No, he didn't. No, and that's probably all.
I think
he made enough money, so he's comfortable. His kids are going to be comfortable.
Oh, yeah,
and his grandkids are.
I think Joe said in an interview on Joe Calzaghe, for those who Joe Calzaghe said in an interview, just goes, after you've paid for the arena and you paid for the event, you paid your trainer, you paid your camp, you paid whoever else, you pay your tax bill. He goes, on a big fight, world championship fight, he goes, you're left with £1 million.
Yeah.
And he just goes, you can only box for a certain age. And he just goes, you're meant to be, the number one sports star from your country.
Mm-hmm.
And these boys are earning a lot more than that some nights. Do you know what I mean? YouTubers are earning that now. Come on.
It's not, the prize money is not from the fight. It's the sponsorship deals and everything else. Yeah, there's a lot of expenses going out.
Especially now. Especially with social media now.
If you want a 12-week training camp in Miami, well, you're going to pay that. You're going to pay for all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's got to be paid for somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go to Outer Mongolia and have a 12-week training camp.
Oh, yeah. Out in Zion. Yeah.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah, we're going to go old school.
It's going to be a lot cheaper.
Carl Froch said, didn't he, guys? It's old school. I've been chopping logs. Logs.
Ivan Drago style,
Yeah.
If you, or even Rocky running up the stairs in
Ivan had the big camp. Rocky had the small.
Not on his Apollo Creed.
It wasn't real. It wasn't real, but we know it wasn't real.
No, it was there. It kind of. They work very closely with a lot of boxers making them types of films.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Actually putting in what work they went
and then the absolute graft. Yeah.
So you could see, a lot of these go into their camps and everything else now. You see everything they're doing on the camp on Instagram. So they're at the best gyms, at the best hotels, with the best trainers, with the best sparring partners,
Mm-hmm.
because some of them sparring partners would make really good professional boxers.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali's smart partner became a world champion, didn't he?
Yeah, so
after Ali retired,
there's a lot of
So
them.
it's not uncommon that they do fight the best in the world, yeah.
Yeah.
And especially like lower level up and coming fighters, because you always hear them go, "Oh yeah, we fought in our early days."
Yeah.
And what I like about boxing is sparring's meant to be sacred. So you're not meant to film it. You're not meant to talk about it.
No, but now you're starting to see more and more of it.
I hate it.
And so everything's become just building so much of a circus around boxing at the minute that some of the true boxing fans are getting rather turn off and not watch it, because they know that the show's not the show. The fighters aren't who should be fighting who, because the ranking system just seems a bit strange. That, you know, the number one's not fighting the number two and stuff like that. So
it's so poor business in that front. Yeah,
Yeah.
it genuinely is. Yeah.
I think he's getting a lot of boxing fans back up.
Mm-hmm. Right, so KSI is backstage getting hyped up now. Going through his warm up. We got his brother Deji in on the undercard before the main event. I believe this is the last round or second from last round. Before the Deji fight's over, ain't much going down. It's quite a poor fight, but do stay with us for the main event, which should be coming up shortly. I'd say it's a little bit later than expected, but probably in the next half hour we'll have the KSI fight. Do stay with us for it. I see it. How do I pull the fight today? KSI going through the motion of becoming this international star, not just businessman, but he wants to be a boxer as well, because he's grafting with it.
He is grafting. He's putting in the hours in the gym.
Yeah.
And you can't take that away from him. I don't think you can take anyone who steps in the ring.
Oh yeah.
And put the hours in the gym.
Yeah.
The respect straight away to get there.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculously hard. And this is a sport that it's just down to you're not hearing anything your corner saying to you while you're in there. All you're hearing is the thousands of people telling you, just fucking hit him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hit him without being hit myself.
Yeah, that's the sweet science, isn't it? Yeah. I see KSI for the win. I believe everybody does.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just want to see a good fight. And I want to call a good fight tonight. Is what I want to do.
Boxing's boxing, isn't it? Anything can happen. We always hear it. Anything can happen.
I mean, last time, if you was with us, as I've mentioned tonight, if you were with us for that Joshua fight, that absolute fraudulent of event last month, 20 quid down the drain, by the way. But tonight, I'm hoping to see at least an out there.
I think we're going to get a better show. Please. We're going to get a better show.
Yeah.
And there wasn't really much hype in that last fight, in the Joshua fight. With all respect to Joshua, he kept very good. Frank
was. Yeah.
He kept very quiet. You wouldn't have known that Joshua was having a fight.
We are into the last round of the undercard before the main fight starts. So hopefully, in the next 20 minutes or so, we'll have a bit of a ring walk as we do, especially with the YouTubers. I absolutely love to milk the ring walk.
Oh, they like to put on a show on the ring walk, don't they?
Yeah. That's all a part of it now, though, isn't it?
I love a good ring walk.
Yeah.
And my love for a ring walk, Prince does.
Yeah, she's what I mentioned.
Oh my God. That bloke could put on a ring walk.
He's your favourite fighter, isn't he?
He was amazing.
Yeah.
Them first 15 fights.
He come down on the magic carpet. What else did he do? Come out like Aladdin.
He came in the throne. In the throne being carried and everything else.
Yeah, Tyson Fury absolutely loves that.
Oh,
he loves the whole spectacle of it, doesn't he?
Yeah, because
he loves the showbiz of boxing, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? A bit like
Wilder's very good at a ring walk.
Oh,
he uses it. He lost it
with the intimidation. Yeah.
He's very good with a ring walk. There's a few people who can do it.
Yeah.
Really well.
Yeah, that's true.
There's some people who just storm to the ring. Come on, tune's gone. Boom, I'm in the ring.
Do the business and get done with it. Yeah.
Dressing gown over the head. I mean, where's the dressing gowns gone?
Do you remember any of Mike Tyson's ring walk? It always come down to like New York ramp and dressed in black, no socks, knuckles to the back of the gloves.
Yeah,
He'd come down soaking as well. We'd never get caught cold.
No.
He'd literally do a workout in the back routine, and come in notoriously done the business in 50 of his fights.
That's another thing as well. Doing a work. This isn't a quick 20-minute ab session or
they're going through it.
I'm not going on a spinning back. They are going 20 rounds on the pads before they've even thought about doing anything else. All he's got on is his wraps, and he's just doing 20 rounds on the pads.
Going for the motion,
everything.
And that psychological factor of it as well, yeah.
And knowing that you've got to do that ring walk, potentially on a world championship fight, massive fight, you're coming out of there, and you, from the first guy starting his ring walk to the bell, 30 minutes. Oh yeah,
because it's a long time now.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes each, plus the introduction into the ring.
Oh yeah, depending on who's giving you the introduction. Like they said, 10 minutes on its own. Yeah,
so you're talking.
You don't want to get caught cold. I know what you mean.
But they're doing that massive workout, and they could be going for 2 hours before, a little bit light, intense, a little bit light, but they're going, and then they're coming out. Yeah, they've got 30 minutes, all that lactic build up.
There's the argument as well of who comes out second now, isn't there? Because they say the challenger comes out first, the champion comes out second. But if you're both mandatory for the belt, it comes down to the name. It goes into the contract now as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, I don't care so much who comes out first and second. I think it's absolutely load of pony. But you just want to see a good fight, people, don't you? You want to see a little bit of build-up. You want to see a good fight, and you want to catch the highlights of them.
This is the thing, though. If you're coming out second, do you make your ring walk 20 minutes? Knowing he stood in the ring for 20 minutes.
Never even thought. This is never
getting cold. He's getting cold now.
This has never crossed my mind before.
But that's
a psychological factor, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've got one up on you before you even started. Yeah.
I'm going to get a DJ up there. I get a pianist up the top, and I'm going to get him to play some. Get Mozart.
The full
7 minutes of Mozart.
Symphony of it.
This bloke's now in the ring. He's listening to Mozart, and he's calmed down. He's like, right, and then you start building yourself up. You're coming in. You're still training in the back. You're still throwing them on the pads. You keep him warm. You're nice and loose. He's in the ring. There's only so much you can do because you've got that many people start getting in the ring. You've got the corners in there. You've got the referees. You've got the doctors and everything else. So you can't really do a great deal in the ring. So you make it as long as you can in your ring walk. And then if you're coming out first, is that why you're flying into the ring as quick as you can just to get there?
Yeah.
So it's
I've never thought of that. I've generally never thought of that before. The longer you walk, the colder the opponent's getting, especially if you're second coming out.
Yeah.
And then that's when it must be the reason why they'd argue for it.
Yeah, massively. It's we're talking ring sizes, padding of the ring, the rope splits. There's all sorts of different things. The gloves, the weight of the gloves, how much wrap you can have.
Oh yeah. Who was it? Not long ago, guys. If you are joining us, we're still waiting on the main card. Desi's just been had his hand held up for the main undercard. KSI's brother. We're in a KSI main fight, and we're going to bring you every round. Thank you for joining us tonight on Below the Belt Boxing, and we've got 6, hopefully good rounds coming up. How's it going, Charles?
Well, I see 4 rounds, and KSI to do the business within the 4 rounds. I think Joe's going to come out, and he's going to throw a few first. KSI will back off. I think he's going to start pretty quick from Joe because I think his age, he knows that if he's not done within 2 or 3 rounds, then by the 4th, his legs are going to go.
Yeah.
And then from there...
40
years old. 40, and he's not been in the ring. He's not been active. Yes, he's been in the gym.
He's not been active. He had an encounter in 2021?
2019 with David Hay.
Oh yeah, the fair one that didn't go onto his card, did it? It was an exhibition, wasn't it? I don't know what that fight was.
It was an exhibition fight with David Hay.
I don't think David threw a punch, did he? I haven't seen it.
He won by unanimous decisions. I've not seen it myself.
I don't know how that. Maybe he didn't throw a right, maybe he's jab. I'm not so sure. Yeah. I heard he didn't throw a fight. I haven't seen it. I don't care too much for exhibitions.
No, I'm not.
Would you call this an exhibition tonight? Would you call it a fight?
I think it's a fight. It's a building fight. It's not an exhibition. KSI's got vision. He wants to be big within the boxing game.
KSI's a pro fighter now.
Yeah.
You can only call someone a YouTube fighter for so long until they're like, oh, they are. What about when he's 10 fights it?
This is, we're not talking that this is on Dave or any. This is on DAZN.
Yeah.
So this is now a recognised big boxing channel.
I think maybe because he's known for being a YouTuber and he's known for being an influencer more, he's known for being a boxer.
Yeah.
Whereas someone like Young Fury, he's known for being a boxer and for the name, then he is more so for his other, levels.
Let's face it, any Fury over the next 50 years is going to be, they've got the pedigree of Fury.
Yeah.
So straight away, and it's going to be, are any of Tyson Fury's kids going to take up boxing? No. They're not.
No.
But do young, kids? They notoriously don't make for look at Ricky Hatton's son, Adam Hatton. Yeah.
Look at I think
it
Conor Benn's doing it, but hey, you all know about Conor Benn recently. Do you know what I mean? So let's not even.
I think we go across most sports, and you look at it, and you look at the world's best. Their kids, did they make it? No. Some of the more mediocre people, their kids have looked at what the parents have done and gone, I can be better.
Yeah.
I think it goes across most sports, and you will see certain examples.
I don't think it works with boxing. I think it works with football, with Frank Lampard and with.
That was a family fit. That was like uncles and everything.
Yeah.
The big one at the minute that stands out where the son's been better than the father is Alf Haaland and Erling Haaland.
Oh yeah.
That's one where Alf, yes, he was a Premier League football player.
He City back in the day, wasn't it?
but Roy Keane ruined him.
Oh yeah, that boy.
And now
so we came back after that, isn't it? But we don't have to get too much into football. We are still waiting on the main card, guys. Yeah. Bear with us. It's much later than what we thought it was going to be. Much later it was announced it was going to be, but not a drama.
Yeah.
Just having a crack. Stay with us for some boxing talk.
Conor Benn. We know what happened.
Is Conor better than his dad? No, he's not. No. I think there's only one answer. No, he's not.
Ben was epic, weren't he?
KSI is a good boxer. Great stamina. I don't think he's had a long enough fight yet, has he, to know about his stamina.
We're on
6 rounders.
We're only on 6 rounders still, so
yeah.
But he's not doing 6 rounders in training.
Yeah. He's got pedigree.
They're doing 20 rounders in training.
He's got pedigree, isn't he?
Yeah. The bloke, he looks the part, and he's not going to be bigging himself up and doing all this to then come and show himself up, is he?
How do you guys see it this evening? Wherever you're coming from, how do you guys see it going this evening? I personally see an early I want to see an early KSI knockdown. Let's call it off.
So KSI needs to win. This is Misfit Boxing and DAZN together. The show that's been put on. KSI is the CEO of Misfit Boxing. So
Misfit Boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he needs to be that person that's
the face of it.
The face of it. He needs to keep ticking off. Needs to build a decent enough card.
Yeah.
And so then maybe he sees it. Well, I'm not going to go and win world championships and all the rest of it. But he's got the Misfit. He's the Misfit Boxing champion. He's got a belt for it.
Oh.
And now this is another thing.
God, we don't need that.
Do we say, are we sat here in 10 years' time going, the Misfit Boxing, WBO, WBA and all the rest of it? Are we now saying that potentially?
No. That is not what the world needs, is another boxing belt at all.
But it's there. He's got the belt. The belt's there. And it's a good-looking belt. I mean, you can't make a bad-looking belt, can you?
Certainly not. Do we need boxing fans?
Everyone had a WWF belt as a kid, didn't they? Yeah. Belts are good-looking things.
Yeah, but they're just plastic champions, aren't they?
They are plastic champions.
The fact that he holds a belt is just a stupidity.
Yeah, it is. He actually holds 2 belts. I can't remember what his other one was. Which
Yeah,
is,
yeah, I believe it's in the thumbnail tonight, actually. It is in the thumbnail tonight. We got a ring walk. Oh my gosh, is it actually going to start? Nope. Gone back to commentary.
No,
No, it was just low lights. That's what it was.
I'm not a big fan of DAZN.
I get it.
I think it's more. So, I think it's more American.
Yeah.
In the way that the broadcast, rather than
old school Sky Sports or
yeah.
I do get you.
I think that the American audience like that type of thing. They like a lot more advertising and everything else.
Showbiz.
And the showbiz side to it.
Cheap though.
Where I think we prefer...
$10 a month. We're wrong there. If you're proper, if you're a legitimate boxing fan, you've got Katie Taylor, Canelo, Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, there's some good fighters on there. I just think the show is very much aimed that way. Whereas you do watch on Sky Sports or BT Sport, you get the old pros in, you get the Carl Frocks in, and all this thing.
Yeah.
And they get them ringside and they're talking and actually giving you full, the history of each fighter, everyone who's coming up on every undercard, and they know their next few steps and everything else and where they need to be going. To give you that, to sort of almost educate you on the boxer before they come in. Because if you're unsure, no one wants to watch something and go, yeah, I'm not bothered about this one. Well, you just wasted 20 minutes of your life. Get behind one of them or the other.
Do we need subscription services for boxing? We're just waiting for the main event. We're just talking DAZN and we're talking boxing cards at the moment. What we need, is some
subscription.
Fights. We need some fights. Is what we need. We need Terence Crawford to fight El Spence. We need Tyson Fury to fight someone who hasn't beat 3 times over.
Yeah, not Derek Chisora.
We need Anthony Joshua to fight anyone in the world but Usyk. You know what I mean?
I think Anthony Joshua's next fight, I think he's got to go back through Dillian White. I think that's the way he's going to go.
That's his route. You reckon?
Yeah.
He beat Dillian White, I reckon.
Well, he has to beat him comfortably.
We've got Thomas in the comments. He says Joe's got 9-0 and has fought some serious professional boxers. Yeah. He is 9-0, but that record. He hasn't fought properly since 2017, which is 6 years ago, which is a long time to be out of the ring. But he's still got that boxing pedigree and the boxing mentality. I think he had. You said it earlier that he had that fight in 2021, didn't he?
2019.
I think it was only 90 seconds of the fight. Yo, Callum, you right? We know where you're coming from. I hope you're well. I see the... we spoke about before? Yeah, KSI. I see KSI in an early round. Charlie?
KSI 4th round. I think Joe's got the pedigree, to hold his own for a few rounds.
Yeah.
And then I think his legs will just go on him. His age will just show that he's not been in the ring for so long.
Yeah.
I think that'll start showing.
I'm rooting for Joe. Go on, Tom. Yeah, fair one. London.
A lot of people are rooting for him.
Just to see KSI get beat.
Yeah.
Fair one. Yeah.
These YouTubers are you love them or hate them. And
I don't dislike KSI.
I don't dislike him. I
like him more than the Paul brothers, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's like British.
I've seen a few of the Sidemen things.
Have you?
I've seen a couple. They make me chuckle as you
We've
scrolling through.
We've got kids. We're allowed to watch it.
As you're scrolling through, when there's nothing else on the multiple subscriptions that you're paying for.
Oh, do you know this? This business with KSI. I don't know. Do you want to see him actually fight someone? Business with him, man. That makes me sick.
Someone we know. Someone, a British champion.
What current?
Someone who is within that.
Yeah.
Who's looking at British champion or has been a British champion.
Okay, yeah. So you want to see him?
But not someone who a 40-year-old ex-British champion.
Right, yeah. So okay. So we're happy that KSI is a fighter.
Yeah.
But we want to see him fight either journeymen or we want to see him fight developing fighters or not with people with Olympic background, but just people on their way and fighting with mixed records and filling out arenas. We want to see him fight active 20-something-year-old fighters.
Active fighters.
Yeah. Okay, completely. Yeah. I'm about that.
On his level, and I mean, he's he's late into the game himself. He's 29 and he's on his 7th fight tonight.
How long has he been fighting for?
He's had 5 wins and 1 draw.
He drew with KSI. No, drew with Logan Paul.
Drew with Logan Paul and then went and beat him.
Guys, we still haven't got a ring walk yet. They've gone over ever so slightly, but it is what it is. We are awaiting the main card. The boys of the zone just chatting